Good morning. This is Hot Potato Gardener. We're in the spring and we have some figs that are starting to grow. I haven't done anything to these figs except for move them towards the sun. In the winter time, I had them facing in a shady area, but now they're growing nicely. This small one in the front in the blue bucket is Black Madeira. There's several varieties here that have been growing for a couple years. Strawberry Verte is this tall one here. It actually has Marcel's Black is fruiting in the back. So it's sent out a couple nodes on the top. And I believe this fig is going to be a very vigorous grower. As you can see, it's starting to shoot up even further, which is fine. It's good to let your trees grow and allow them to define the characteristics as they are. That way, you can figure out how does your fig tree grow. If you're fighting your figs, you're fighting nature. So let them be and grow how they want. The thickness down here of each branch can kind of give you a gauge of how well the tree is doing. Some trees are younger than others by a year, and you can note the difference in diameter of the trunk. These are still relatively young trees, so I'm not expecting the trunks to grow into gigantic trunks yet. But perhaps give it a few years and they'll grow quite significantly. So these are the figs that I'm growing in the buckets. Italian 258, perhaps better than Black Madeira. Among fig enthusiasts, this is a commonly discussed topic and possibly an exhausted topic. But if you're a new fig grower or you've been growing figs for quite some time and have yet to try growing Italian 258, I would mark Italian 258 as one of those figs that is just a stellar variety. If you were to make a top 10 fig list and ask Hot Potato Gardener which variety would you put, Italian 258 would definitely be on there. Some of these trees, they just don't produce the quality that Italian 258 produces. They're good figs, but are they worth growing? We often want to try different varieties because we want to see how they taste. And that's fun. But if you want the best of the best, if you want fantastic flavor, good producer, I would say Italian 258 is a good variety. It's cool to see all the different nodes on the fig tree and how they're growing. This one has yet to produce any leaf growth. You can see here. And it did have some growth earlier in the year, but then it died. What I'm thinking is I placed it in a sunny spot. It was too sunny and it burned the leaves. Ross talked about this, and I'm thinking that that might have been the case with this fig cutting. This is a younger one, so perhaps it's less resilient than the other varieties, because the other varieties are more mature and can adapt to different growing conditions. So, close up look of the different figs. In the back is my Tiger Panache. Been growing for quite some time now. Gotten a couple good harvests off of them. And I'll be making a video about Tiger Panache and its variety, how fantastic it is. I would say Tiger Panache matches up with Italian 258, but just different. So it's a fantastic fig. It's just different, you know? When you look at figs, you might want to put a top 10 list. And each fig is not created equal, like each fig has a unique characteristic. But you got to put quality in the top 10. And I would say Tiger Panache is in the top 10. Italian 258 is in the top 10. Borchesat Negra Romata is in the top 10. Because you want variety. You also want to have maybe a yellow longneck or Bass's favorite in your top 10 because you want variety. In a top 10 list, you also probably want to think about, do I want to eat all the figs in 1 week or 2 weeks? You probably want an early fig. You probably want a later fig. So a top 10 list doesn't have to be just the best tasting figs, but perhaps the best season. Because you want to enjoy the figs more than just one day. You want to savor the flavor. So these are the figs growing right now in the containers, and they'll be placed in these bags here sometime soon, maybe within a month or two. I'll place them in these bigger grow bags so they have a wider base of support. Stay tuned for more. This is Hot Potato Gardener. Thanks for watching. Take care.